Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Alrighty, you guys. I did not plan to do this video, but listen, why not? We share all the things over here, so let's share some more things. This is a very, very tender topic, so I do pray that you will all give me grace. And I purposefully did not say that I was doing it because I didn't want people to be anticipation. Whenever you see it, and praise the Lord for it, right? Yes. So, this is a very tender topic for me. It's very fresh, it's new, it's all the things. So, if you've seen the title, this is about my weight loss journey, right? So if you're here, let me know who's watching. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all those things. That just helps push us out into the algorithm. Hey, friend, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. It has been a journey for me. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, you know that for the majority of the time that I've been on YouTube, I've been a bigger girl. Nothing wrong with being a bigger girl. However, I was a smaller girl. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like the video, share, subscribe. Let me know where you're chiming in from. And about 3 years ago, let me see. Yes, 3 years ago. So in 2020, well, 4 years ago in 2022, I started having just some unexplained weight gain. So in 2022, I would have been right around 46. Now, I had a hysterectomy when I was probably in my late 30s to early 40s. I can't remember the exact time. I had a partial hysterectomy because I was having some, hey, Renee, I was having some extremely difficult monthly cycles ever since I was 10 years old. That was the issue. And there would be debilitating cramps. There would be huge blood loss, huge blood clots since I was 10 years old. And I had dealt with this for years and years and years. I ended up seeing a OBGYN, and he said to me, Shakima, you are not living. This is not it, girl. You know, I had some incontinence issues because I had had children early. And so I would sneeze and pee, and I would have a cycle and bleed through. I mean, I was doing super plus, all the things. And he said to me, this is not living. So we talked about it. I really didn't want to do the surgery, but I had that surgery done, and I had a mesh sling put in to help me with the incontinence issues. Came through those two surgeries with very good outcomes for me. But at some point, again, 2022, I had unexplained weight gain. I had been losing weight. I had been doing keto for a long time. No problems, no issues. And all of a sudden, I gained like 40 pounds in 4 months. It might have even been more than that. I have the side-by-side pictures, like this is me, but this is me. And it was 4 months difference. And so talking to my doctor, getting ready to go to a nutritionist, I asked her if she would, first of all, test my hormones. Maybe there's something wrong with my hormones. Maybe there's something I just don't know about because I don't have a uterus. I'm sure it's in there for a reason. It's supposed to help you do all of the things, and I don't have it. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do for me. Well, she tested it, and everything came back on paper fine, well within range of all the things. And I was like, okay, fine. But I said to her, I said, doctor, you need to help me because and I'm going to be very open and real and raw with y'all. So please, please, please be kind. I said, if you don't help me, I'm going to throw myself out the window. I was in that place where I didn't know what was happening to my body. Now, let me be very clear. It's not that I want to be skinny. I am perfectly fine being a size 12, 14. I've been a 5. I've been a 24. I was perfectly happy being a 12, 14, which is where I am now, living my best life. It's great. So it's not about being skinny. I do want to be healthy because I have a lot of life to live. The Bible says, with long life have I blessed you. And I have expected and prayed and asked the Lord to give me a long life. Let me see some people will say, I just want to see my kids graduate. Well, can I just say this to you? If that were my prayer, I would be out of here next week because Jackson graduates on Thursday. That's not my prayer. I want to see my children do well, and I want to see their children do well, and I want to see their children do well. I want 3, 4 more generations. So Lord, give me long life. And he's promised me that, but I have to do my due diligence. So through a series of things, once we got the doctor on board, she was on board as long as I would see a board certified nutritionist that actually worked with people who had had bariatric surgery. Now, I've never had bariatric surgery. I don't want anybody cutting on me. And I know some people say, well, what's the difference between this and this? I just don't want the thought of surgery. It's not for me. I still think I can do good for myself in the gym and with food, but I don't want surgery. That's a permanent thing that I can't undo. With medication, I could do it or not. That's one of the, that's yes or no. So she allowed me to do the GLP-1s, and I was doing the Wegovy injection once a week. And first we started out with it being just a 3-month trial period. Let me figure out what's going on with my body. Well, then I told my doctor I had made great progress. I was well beyond, because every like 8 weeks you had to get your blood drawn. You had to be down a certain number of pounds. It was very first beginning. You had to be down by a certain percentage. And if you weren't a certain percentage, they would not recommend you for the next round or 3 months, whatever it was. So I was doing exceptionally well. My doctor was extremely happy with me. I started Wegovy at 230 pounds. I have been as high as 250 pounds. When I had Jackson, I was 238 pounds. I had gotten down to as low as 205 pounds, but then I was back up to 232 pounds. And so when I started, the day I started was 230 pounds. And slowly over time, that first little bit, they start you on a low dose, then they increase you. And I was on like 0.75 for a while because I kept getting sick and I wanted to acclimate. And so I lost good weight. I went from 230 pounds down to 161 pounds. So 69 pounds. I'm prayerful, right? I have obesity on both sides of my family, and that's not my excuse. I don't get an excuse, but I go to the gym 5 days a week. I actually lift in the gym 5 days a week. Um, and here's the thing. One camp says lift heavy. The other camp says you're lifting too many weights. That's pushed you into menopause. Then you have somebody that says all you need to do is walk. Then you have somebody that says that you're exercising too much. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, how to do it, or anything. So anywho, my doctor, with the strict instruction that I would see the nutritionist, which I was fine with, and we had a very good relationship. I would submit my pictures, submit my food logs, and all those types of things. So I did that for like 6 months. After 6 months, I said, you know what? How about I just stop it? And she was like, well, this train is going to come to an end at some point. Just ride it on out, because the insurances were now deciding they didn't want to pay for it. And it was going from $2,400. I was paying $25 a month, but the regular was like $2,400 just for the month's worth. Couldn't do that, of course, but with insurance, $25. Well, after that year, it was finally done. So Shamika got married she got married May 24th, 24. And I had taken my last dose right before I flew out to California. And I was thin. I was 161 pounds. I looked really nice at her wedding. I felt good in my spirit. I felt good. My mental space was much better. Again, it wasn't about being skinny. It was just about feeling better. I could move more. I could do more, all the things, looking better, and just my body looked better. But Shamika did say, Mom, when I saw you, I was so heartbroken. She said, you look very sick. Now, do I want to be 161 pounds and look sick? Absolutely not. But what I didn't do when I was on the weight loss the first time I did no strength training. I barely exercised. I just didn't have the wherewithal to do. I was losing weight. What was the point, right? Bad idea. So over time, over the last 2 years, because I've been off of anything for 2 years, I've gained 40 pounds back. I went to the doctor about 3 weeks ago and I was a certain number. And then I went to the doctor Thursday, I was up again. And I mean, just in a matter of a few weeks. And I've been using Chat GPT to do my macros, to tell me how much food to eat, what not to eat, how much exercise. It tells me on the exact day that I'm doing this exercise, eat this at 11, 2:30, right after you come home from the gym, and 6:30, start your fasting window at 7 o'clock. I mean, I've been doing this and I'm all over. I don't eat red meat anymore. I don't eat bacon. I don't eat pork. I don't eat dairy. None of the things that I love, I don't eat them. And I'm just in this, I'm on the struggle bus, right? So I do Sydney. Sydney Cummings is the girl that I use on YouTube here to do my workouts every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. She posts a video. Shakima is doing it. In addition to that, after the video, I'm doing 15 to 20 minutes on a 3 incline at a 2 speed for 15 to 20 minutes additional, because you should be walking, you should be doing this, and you should be doing this. And it's like, I am losing my mind, but the scale keeps going up. I am focusing on fat loss percentage, but my scale keeps going up. Most people say, well, you're building muscle. Could be true. However, I'm still getting bigger and I don't want to buy any more clothes, and I don't want to not fit the clothes I have. So, probably at the end of last year sometime, because I noticed that the weight started to creep up again. And I was like, okay, if I could be 175, I'll be happy with that. 175 looked great on me. 161 looked great. I felt like it was okay. My daughter didn't love it, but whichever is the healthiest. 175 would be perfect. For my height, 5'5¾", I should be 125 pounds. I'm currently 75 pounds over that. And that's just not a thing. At 125 pounds, for sure, I would look sick. But I'm not trying to be that little. So back at the end of last year, I was telling the doctor again, I got a new doctor because my doctor retired. I've been with her for almost 20 years. My doctor retired. A new doctor. I said, listen, I'm struggling here. And so she prescribed something for me called Contrave. Now, listen, before I go any further, I just want to say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a weight loss person. I'm not a coach. I'm not a guru. I don't have a degree. I don't have a dissertation. I don't have any of that. I'm just sharing my story and what has happened, worked or not worked for me, and where I'm moving on from here. Okay, the book. I'm gonna look for that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna look for that book. Somebody that knows me in my personal life, would you send me that, or just message me on Facebook so I don't forget, because you know how it be working out. So anyway, I started taking something called Contrave. Now, Contrave does two things. It has something called bupropion, which is for depression or people who are going through mental stuff. But it also is a weight loss supplement. When I was taking it, I felt very good in my mental space. Not that I have mental issues, but when you're going through perimenopause, menopause, you're dealing with a lot of emotions. There's mood swings, there's brain fog, there's all kinds of stuff that you don't know why it's happening to you, but it's happening to you. And so when I was taking that Contrave, my brain felt much more awake, much more alive. Kind of like when I was on keto before, I just felt really, really good. I had a lot of energy, but the other part, the weight loss part, kept me in the bed. I could not keep anything down. I was sick all the time. I was nauseated. I even had to finally ask her, can you give me something for the nausea? Because I had to keep leaving work. So one issue is being solved, but the other issue is not being solved. And finally, I just said to her, listen, I'm going to just have to stop taking any of this because it is making me too sick. When that happened and I stopped taking that, of course, I was no longer having the bupropion part of that weight loss medication, which meant I was back to the mood swings. So I'm up, down, I'm crying. The kids are gone. I'm weeping because I'm in the house by myself, but I prayed for the Lord to let them grow up so they can move out. And now I'm here by myself because everybody trying to move out. And so I'm just in all these mental places that I don't know how to get myself out of. And finally, I called the doctor again and I said, I messaged and I said, is there a way that I could get an appointment? Because I thought maybe I needed to do the bupropion. Maybe that is going to help. Maybe it's just a mental game, because I started May 1st on a program called Summertime Fine with Sydney Cummings, again on YouTube. It's a 3-month, 90-day, get you to summer, to have the summer body. And every single day, my body does not look like it's in summer. Now, here's the trip part, right? I have a weight loss group that I belong to, that I started with a group of my friends, about 20 of us, 21 of us, from all across the country. Every day we're in there chatting, texting, sharing recipes, all the things. And everybody in the group is progressively getting smaller, and I'm getting progressively larger. So is it what I'm eating? Is it not what I'm eating? Now, about 90, let me be true, about 90% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, I eat on plan. There are moments when I don't eat on plan. Mother's Day, I didn't eat on plan. Teacher Appreciation Week, I didn't eat on plan. Graduation is coming up next week. It's just one day I won't eat that meal on plan. Then we're going out. My boyfriend cannot come to graduation. He has some stuff at his work that same week. And he's got a 3-day situation he has to be there for. But he's coming on Saturday of graduation week, and we're going to brunch and bowl with the kids. All the kids will meet him finally for the first time, and I will eat off plan for that meal. With all that being said, 90 to 95% of the time, I'm eating cauliflower rice, broccoli, green beans, ground turkey, tuna, eggs, salmon. Those are my meals. That's what I'm eating. No dairy, no cream, no sauce, no salad greens with dressing, none of that. And I'm still gaining weight. So when I went in on Friday, back up, I was having the issues. So she said, well, let me send you to a gynecologist because I'm having issues. Again, gaining weight. I have the plantar fasciitis in my foot, so I had to go to the ortho. I'm just heavier than I was. So then it was like, okay, let me send you over to the gynecologist, which I haven't seen a gynecologist in over 10 years because I don't have uterus. And he says, okay, I understand exactly what you're going through. My wife has these same symptoms. You feel this type of way, your mood, you're up, you're down, all things. He says, well, let's start hormone replacement therapy. Because back when I got my hysterectomy, I asked my doctor about hormone replacement therapy, and she was adamant. No, ma'am, this is not what we're doing. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. Well, I have a gentleman doctor now. That's a gynecologist. And he's like, listen, back there 10 years ago, there was some different research. There's much different research right now. Let's see what we're doing. So I'm on a patch. I'm on a generic. I can't remember the name of it actually, but it's just estrogen. I'm not on progesterone because I still do have my ovaries. I just don't have my uterus. So I have a little small patch I take twice a week. And that is supposed to regulate all the hot flashes, all the night sweats. It is helping. I was having about 50 hot flashes a day or more. Now I probably have half of that. But there are days when I have a fan going on the top of my desk and a heater on the bottom at the same time because I can't regulate my temperature. There are moments when I feel like I'm at the hinges of hell because it's so hot and my body just radiates this heat. And I can't figure out how not to make that happen. And so I'm on that, and it's a low dose, and I'm going back in about 3 weeks to see if we need to up the dose to something different. So then I go back to my doctor and I say, listen, I'm still gaining. I don't know how to fix this. And we talk about it, and I'm boohooing tears in her office. And she says, well, Shakima, what's your main concern? And I said, it's the weight gain. I don't know how to stop. And I noticed it just in my back. right? It was, first of all, I could just see it in my back. Now I am doing so many back flies. I mean, honey, we are flying. We out here in the streets. I go to the gym and I sweat like a pig 5 days a week. And I'm just boohoo crying. I said, it's the weight gain. I'm having a hot flash right now, y'all. I feel it, and it radiates out. And I said, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know. So she says, well, have you tried the Contrave? Now I'm a little perturbed with her because I'm your patient. You know, we already tried that and it didn't work. So I was like, I've already tried that. That's not good. So she says, well, what about the GLP-1s? And I said, I really just can't afford it. That's my issue. It's not the medication itself. It's the affording it. Y'all already seen the budget videos. Y'all getting another one on Monday. Y'all know it's tight out here in these streets. So I said, I just can't afford it. She says, well, they are running a special. This specific pharmacy that she uses, they're running a special for the first 2 months. It's $99. Well, it was not $99. So I was like, oh, sure, I could do 99. And I'm, drying up all my tears and all the things. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So I said, sure, let me see how I can make this work, right? Because where am I going to come up with another $99? She's like, well, after a certain amount of time, it goes back to $2.99. I'm like, Lord, I don't have it. It's not for me. I don't even know. But for the first 2 months, which is 60 days, I can give myself the gift of $99. Well, when I went through all the things, it went through and I filled it out to pay, it was $149. So I was like, okay, that's not terrible, but still, where am I going to come up with $149? So here's what I had to do. I have my HSA, my flexible spending account, which technically I put money on there because you never know when somebody's going to have a thing or the kids need it or whatever. For the most part, that $750 that's on there, we don't use. And I'm trying at the end of the year, by August, trying to figure out what can I use. I mean, what can I buy to use it up so I don't lose my money? It's either use it or lose it. Well, fortunately for me, even at $149, I still had enough on that flexible spending card to pay for the first 30 days. Now, I don't believe that there's enough on there to pay for the next 30 days, which is 60 days is what I'm trying to see, right? But so next month, I am going to have to come up with a little bit of more money to put towards that, because there's some on there, but it's not actually enough. It's not 149. It's probably like 99 that will be left on there. I had like 200 and some odd dollars on there, but that card reloads in September 1st. So June is paid for. It hasn't gotten here yet. I haven't started it, but June is paid for. I will get summer money, right? So July, I will be able to pay for that month. I'll get summer money, and we're supposed to get that bonus. If the bonus comes through, then I'll be able to pay for August. And then starting September 1st, if it stays at the 149, which my prayer is it stays at the 149, I'll be able to get 5 months on my HSA flexible spending card. So it will not be something that I would have to come up with out of my regular budget. So Miss Ollie said the GLP-1 made her sick. Now, I did Wegovy before in the injectable. It did not make me sick. I think I had stomach dumping like 3 times out of all the time. The whole year I did the medication, I only had a sick feeling 3 times. No nausea, no anything like that. I didn't have any of those symptoms, and I was losing weight at such a rate that I was like, if I had been in the case study, I'm sure I would have been one of those super losers or something. I don't know. This time she's going to, she prescribed the pill. So it's 1 pill a day, although I probably would be better with the injections because that's once a week. But 1 pill a day, first thing in the morning, and I'm fasting till 11. So I'm not even eating until 11 anyway. So 1 pill every day. And what I noticed, because I did some research, is that it increases in dose. So my first 30 days is 1.5 milligrams. The 31 through 60 days is 4.0 milligrams. Then it goes up to like 9 milligrams the next 30 days. And then the maintenance dose is at 25 milligrams. So it jumps you kind of a lot that fourth month, but that's maintenance dose. Here's what I'm praying. Y'all pray for me as well. Because I'm strength training already 5 days a week. Well, I strength train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday are strength days. Saturday is a cardio day, which I just walk. I don't do her cardio because she out here jumping and carrying on, and that's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. So I walk on Saturdays, although I didn't walk today because we had some yard work and some different gardening stuff I need to get done. And I just did not, and it rained and I didn't want to go out to the gym in the rain. But my prayer this time is, as I am strength training and losing weight, I am going to build the muscle that I need to help me maintain health. But I'm going to lose the fat that I don't need that's causing my visceral body fat to be such a high number. I was very good at a visceral fat of 11, which was probably when I was about 175 pounds. When I am now at 200 pounds, my visceral fat is like 13. It may have even jumped to 14. That is the fat around your belly. We talk about cortisol weight gain. And I ask myself, what am I stressed out about? Well, there's lots of things. I do not drink protein shakes. I do not want to drink my calories. I get 1,500 calories a day. Well, actually 1,450 because I just put it in ChatGPT. I'm doing the Wegovy pill, and this is these are the protein bases that I'm going to use. So it's jumped me down to 1,450 calories at max. I think 1,325 is the least it wants me to have, but I do not want to drink my calories. I would prefer to chew. That's just a personal preference. And I do know when I was on it before, I wasn't hungry. I had to force myself to eat. And so, of course, by lack of eating, you're going to lose weight. But because I'm strength training, protein is a big part of this regimen. Take my pill in the morning. First meal is at 11. And here's the good part. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm so thankful for this. I'll start this during my summer months. I'm not working. So this is my summertime. And now that I'll have all of June, all of July, and half of August, that will help me so that when I go back to work in August and I go back to my regular routine normally for the year, I will be in a good space. So are you going to just do it for the 2 months? My prayer is that I can do it for at least 6. See where I am in 6 months. That's if I can afford it. Now, I'm not going to stretch or extend my budget. I'm just not. I don't have the capacity for that. But if I can use my flexible spending card, then I know for sure I can take care of several months if it stays at the 149, which I don't know. It may jump the price, but maybe it'll stay at 149 to be competitive with all of these other places that are now 149. That's Hers, Hims, Row.co. Some of all these other places are at the 149. Maybe this place will stay at 149. If that's the case, then I should be able to take it out to 6 months, if not 7, because I'll have 5 at least on my flexible spending card. And I just use one that's finishing up this year. So it renews in January. It renews in September. I'm sorry. So here's the thing, right? I feel like a failure. I feel like a fraud. That's just true, because you all have listened to me bellyache and gripe about, hey, Miss Lynn, good to see you. Y'all listen to me bellyache and gripe. You're getting a garden video tomorrow. Garden video. Yes, ma'am. About not wanting to be on any medication. And my true heart of hearts is to not be on any medication. But even though I'm working out the way that I'm working out, I'm not doing what I need to do. I'm going in the opposite direction. And I don't want to lose my gains. This has nothing to do with any person. This has nothing to do with my children. This is personal self-care for Shakima. If I had to stop getting my nails done just so I can be healthy, I'll stop getting my nails. That's $100 right there, y'all. And I love to get my nails done, but I get the little glue press on things and hope for the best. But whatever I have to do, and my doctor said to me, she said, well, let's just look at the 60 days and see if that helps give you a jump start to the weight loss as I am maintaining this work. I've been working out with Sydney over 2 years now, and honestly haven't lost any weight. And I just can't. I love me, but I hate my body. That's the truth. Thank you so much, Miss Ali. I love Shakima. That I don't not love me. I hate my body. The added benefit is this beautiful man that the Lord has blessed me with. He does not care what I look like. He says, I love you how you are. However you are right now is how much I don't care about any of that other stuff. But for me, I'm not comfortable in my skin. I don't love it. When I got to get myself dressed or try to figure out which outfit doesn't make me look like a roly-poly or an Oompa Loompa. It's a Shakima thing. So I'm very thankful that I had my kids. They're like, Mom, you're doing such a great job. Even Alana, she's like, Mom, you are on it, girl. You are locked in, all the things. And I am. But it's not proven to be beneficial, and I got to do something else. I don't know what to do. As my hormone replacement, as we get that figured out, dosage correct, we're hopeful that will help so that the weight will naturally regulate itself. But right now I'm on a low dose of Mojono, cheaper, side effects. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind because I don't know. I mean, I know that I looked thin before, but I thought I was pretty then. I think I'm pretty now. I'm just fluffy. And here's the other thing. Thank you for sharing that, Starling, because it triggered my memory. Can you send me a text about the book? It's a little bit further up. It's called Enough by Oprah, just so I don't forget that. I was watching Sarah over at Our Tribe of Many. No, she is not doing GLP-1s, but she was talking about plantar fasciitis in her foot. And I have that same pain in my foot. I didn't realize that we were dealing with the same pain. But I did see where she talked about the inflammation. And that's what I feel in my body. It's not even that I feel fat. I feel fluffy. I feel like I squish, if that makes any sense. I feel like my body is a sponge. It doesn't even feel like my body. It just feels like I'm full of water and I can't, you know how you try to wring the rag out so much, but you still wringing, there's still more water. I feel like that. And I think it's the inflammation. So I was listening to her video she did the other day talking about her foot. And she said she was taking the glucosamine chondroitin and turmeric, and that was helping with the foot pain. So y'all, here's what I did. I went right over to Walmart and I found a duo of glucosamine chondroitin with the turmeric and black pepper in one a pill, and it's 2 pills a day. So I just started taking that, hoping that it will help my foot, because I've been limping around for the past, I would say probably 3 months now. I got out of bed one day just to go to the restroom, and y'all, I couldn't walk. I can barely sometimes put this foot down. If I'm wearing shoes, I'm good. But when I just get out the bed to go to the restroom real fast, it's not a thing. I'm limping. And I mean, I'm really favoring this foot. It's actually very tedious to try to work out because, well, I was thinking about water pills, but I wasn't sure. I don't even know what that would be. I don't even know what that would be. And she did not mention it. I have another friend who said she was taking a water pill, but she didn't tell me what. She said a diuretic or something she said, and she's lost 15 pounds. But I just feel like my skin is just squish. And I've been doing, I have done the anti-inflammatory foods, which is a lot of what I eat now. Again, no red meat, no pork. And I haven't had bacon in I don't know how long. No red meat, no pork, no cheese, no dairy, no any of those types of things at all. And that is a challenge because I like those types of things, but I've given it up in the hopes of losing the weight. Does anybody know if there's a water pill that I can take over the counter? Does it have to be something prescribed? Because that's what my friend said she was taking, and she's lost 15 pounds. I feel it's not even in my face. It's just in my, like up here, I feel squishy, especially in my midsection, I feel squishy. And I don't even know how to explain it except to say I feel like I squish. That's the only thing I know how to say. But she did talk about that glucosamine with chondroitin and the turmeric, and I'm trying that for my foot. I have to be able to walk. I have to be able to move around. I did not get this far raising these kids and getting them out of this house successfully to be put on my behind because I cannot walk. That's not a thing. It is not. Oh, is it? Oh, friend. Starling, send me that too. AZO is an over-the-counter diuretic. Send me that too, Starling. Right to Walmart. Lose too many electrolytes. See how it goes? It's this yes and this no. And so you don't know which one to do, right? That just becomes my issue. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe somebody will come up here like Element or Ultima and sponsor a video so I can take some electrolytes. How about that? What about that? Y'all want to do it? Sure you do. And there's also, I have another video that I'm working on right now that may help to alleviate some costs. Well, I'm going to give this 60 days. I have a foot brace that I do use for several hours. I wear it at night, and that works. And then I also have some little gel things. And then she also prescribes some little insole things for my shoes. So I do, and I have a pair of orthotics as well. So I have several things that I use for my shoes. However, I'm still having, not only do I have the plantar fasciitis, but I have two heel spurs. I have one that's a little bigger and one that's a little bit smaller in the back of my heel, but I do have two heel spurs back there. But I'm saying all that to say, I did not raise my kids, put my life on hold, raise these kids, and all that, to now at this stage of the game when everybody's about to be out except sister, but she just sleeps here. She's out. Not be able to move and do what I want to do. I still want to maintain health. I want to maintain my well-being. I want to be able to do all of the things. My boyfriend and I have plans to, go to the beach. I live at the beach, but to visit the beach. He lives at a beach, to visit his beach, and we like to go out and do things around town and in over to the next town. We just like to go out, and I want to go down to Carolina Beach and walk on the boardwalk and not have issues with my foot. And so those types of things. And the only thing I know how I feel like sometimes, like I said, I feel like a failure because y'all are watching, people are watching like, well, I knew she was going to do that, or I knew she was taking this, or she was taking that. Here's the thing. And I think somebody said it a little bit above, and I really appreciate that. It is a chronic condition. And I don't know if I could figure out how to fix it without medication, I would fix it. But I can't figure it out just yet. But I am trying. I am on Chat GPT every day. Some people is like, well, Shakima, why don't you meet with a nutritionist? What's she going to tell me any more than it's telling me? And I don't have to sit with her for an hour. I don't have to sit. It spits out the plan. I don't need you to talk to me about how I feel about food. I like to eat just like anybody else. There are days I don't want to eat. I've only eaten one meal today, just hadn't had time. However, with that being said, I know that doesn't do anything for my body. I know I need to stay on my plan. I just need to go and finish up my meal prep, and then I'll have everything ready. School is about to be out. I work 2 more days, and then I am out of school for the rest of the summer. Y'all, if my body does not look right by the time I go back to school in August, it's something wrong with me. Because I will be here, able to meal prep. I've been to the grocery store today, got my chicken breast. I got all the things. Okay, Lisa Malone says she went from walking 30 minutes a day to 45 minutes a day, and her weight loss picked up, and she finally reached her goal. So for me, I probably strength train between 30 and 45 minutes a day, depending. If it's a full body day, lower body day, upper body, full body again, and then there's another something else. And then on top of that, I added in the 15 to 20 minutes walking, and still have yet to see any results. I'm a strength training girl. I need the muscle, because as I age, my muscle will begin to break down. And so I need to maintain. For the beach, you mean, Miss Ollie? Because I've got several. I don't know that I'm brave enough to put on a swimsuit, but I'll walk out there with. I don't even think I have a. I don't even. I have two pairs of shorts. I may not be able to fit them right now, but I wear a cute little sundress or something and just walk. We just go out there and walk. I did buy two little beach chairs from the Goodwill in case we want to go see. He loves the beach. We have not been yet, but it's getting to the warmer weather now, so we may get a chance. We have not been, but I did get us two little beach chairs at the Goodwill. I'm not sure that I'm brave enough to put on a swimsuit quite yet, but I wear a nice little dress out there to walk, and they have little swings you can sit on and stuff too. We just like going out and doing stuff. We have a good time together, but I do want to be healthy in case my kids planning on having kids of their own. I want to be able to be healthy for my grandchildren. And that just may require me to do something a little bit different than what I've already done. The one thing I don't want to feel, though, is guilty. Thank you, Caritha, for saying do what's best for you and what you want to do. I appreciate that. I just don't want to feel like I've let people down. But there's going to be some people that are not for this decision. And guess what? I understand. I can appreciate that. However, I'm sorry that it doesn't work for you. I don't have time to walk in the morning, not when I'm working, because I got to go to work, right? And I have to be there at a certain time. That would put me getting up way too early. I am not a morning workout person. I am up early, but I don't work out early. I am 3, 4 o'clock, 5, 6 is pushing it for me. I like that 3 to 4 because I'm done with my day. I can finish my workout, come home and eat, and it's over. But now that school is going to be out, I have a plan that I'm going to have to take Jackson to work. And once I take him to work, because I'm hoping he's getting on some morning shifts, because right now he's working in the evening time, and it's team a lot. But when he works a morning shift, I'm going to go straight to the gym. And it is going to be a challenge because I do not like working out in the morning. And the old people are there in the morning, first thing. So I'm going to try, when I drop him off, like at 6 in the morning, to go straight to the gym. I don't love it. But anywho, I'm going to do my due diligence. When Jackson goes to college, though, in August, he walks mama now. Somebody will have to walk mama. For me, I'm going to be able to I'm going to have to walk her in the evening time. And so I will come home after the gym. I may not do the treadmill and just come home and strap mama up real quick and give her a good walk. We like to do a couple loops around so she can get a good stretch of her legs. That will help me as well. My sleep does affect my weight loss, and I don't know how to sleep anymore. Another symptom of perimenopause is lack of sleep or insomnia. I wake up. I had been doing very well while I was sleeping, but now I'm waking up. I've been waking up at like 3:30 every morning for months. Then I got better. I was sleeping, and now I'm waking up again every morning, 4:30. I'm up, and I'm like, why am I up? And what am I doing? And I don't scroll. I just look at the time, and then I try to go back to sleep. But there's no consistent sleep from like when I get in bed 9:30, 10. If I go to bed at 9:30, I am up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm a 5 to 6 hour girl. That's it. I can't do anymore. And then, when you're looking at all of these gurus out here with all this, oh, this is only 783 calories for 62 grams of protein. I'm like, that's half my food for the day. I stick with my plan. I don't have any dessert. There's no desserts. They ain't give me no treat, nothing. Nothing is on there that you can have, Shakima, except this. I've been seeing that lymphatic drainage in several different places. So I've been trying to figure out how I can just, because one of my I damaged one of my legs when I was doing Taekwondo, and I still don't know what I did, but one of my legs is slightly bigger than the other one, and it's a noticeable difference. So I just started HRT. I do not take progesterone. I have the estrogen patch, but I don't take progesterone. I still have my ovaries. So my doctor said I did not need progesterone, but I do go back in 3 weeks for him to see if this is work. We just started. Like I just started this. Had issues trying to get the patches at the different pharmacies, so I had to call around so I could find somebody. So I don't have the progesterone just yet, unless he says he thinks I need that. Right now, it's just the estrogen patches, and we just started. I do it twice a week. And a friend of mine, I was talking to her the other day, my friend Kelly, and she was like, Shakim, I've been going through, and we were chatting. She was like, I didn't know that you were going through the same things. I said, girl, yes. And I just didn't realize that my body would betray me like this. Like I've been good to it as best I know how. But I did not realize that it would turn on me, and it has turned on me. And I may end up just taking something like Calm, just taking that to see if that would help me, or to try to just take something to relax. One of the reasons why I don't take anything to sleep is the asthma. I do not want to have an asthma attack in my sleep and can't wake up. So I try not to take anything that's going to put me out. Very rarely, because I have had asthma attacks just in the middle randomly. It's no rhyme, no reason why. It just happens. And so that has always been a big fear of mine. It's been a fear of going to sleep and not waking up. So that's why I just really haven't. But I'm doing my best to try. And I need something, because I'm telling you, I feel extra squishy. And again, 40 pounds are back. That could be the squish, but it doesn't feel like, and it doesn't feel like solid muscle either, right? It just feels extra fluffy. Oh, nice. Now we're all about that vitamin D over here. I do try to get out. My garden helps me to come out. And I don't necessarily do it in the morning because of course work. But now that summer's coming, the dogs and I will be here to be able to go out. Sister will be working. Jackson's working. So it'll just be me and the dogs, and we'll be out. And perhaps I'll take some leisurely strolls with the dogs, just to kind of see. I'll mention it to my doctor when I go back in a few weeks to see what he thinks, but this is just the start for me on the HRT, because my first doctor was like, no ma'am, absolutely not, will not consider it at all ever. And so finally somebody's listening. It's just that matter of finding the right right. I take so many supplements. Magnesium. Oh, you need magnesium glycinate. You need magnesium this nate. You need magnesium this 8. I mean, honey, it's all these and I take so much stuff just trying to get myself together. I'm gonna tell y'all how I got around to this, right? And I'm gonna get off here because I do gotta go. I was watching, I don't know if y'all watch her. Her name is Jessica O'Donoghue. Her husband's name is Bunky. And her channels is Jessica O'Donoghue. Magnesium and chamomile peel. I've been meaning to do some, what did they say? Green tea. Something was supposed to help me sleep. Chamomile. It may be chamomile tea. I suppose just take something naturally. But I was watching Jessica O'Donoghue talk about some health issues she had. And I hadn't watched her videos in quite a long time. And I did notice that she had lost weight. And she was talking about her gut health and started meeting with a nutritionist. And she was taking a micro dose of GLP-1s. And she had lost about 30 pounds. The pill form is you're supposed to lose about 13 to 14% of your body weight. 13 to 14 over a 64-week period. That's over a year. That would be about 25 to 30 pounds ish over a year in some. I'm prayerful that with the diet, the pills, the exercise, it might speed it up just slightly. But this is my goal for the year. And so here's the question, do you guys want to follow along? I'm sharing it now. You're going to see some other videos where I'm talking about my health. You're getting the goods early, right? So when you see it on the video, and I hadn't talked about this yet, you're getting it early, right? But do you want to see the journey? I can share it or not. I just thought, hey, I'll share it right now because this is what I'm going through. There are several people going through it as well. My niche group is between 46 and 64. So we're all in that perimenopausal, menopause, postmenopausal area. These are my people. So here's the thing, right? I was watching somebody else talk about the magnesiums, and glycinate was one to help you sleep. But I'm on glycine. If you do glycinate, citrate, glycinate, child, Lord, oxinate, child, it's so many. But there is supposed to be a magnesium complex, and I was looking at that on Amazon that has all of that stuff in there. And so, because I think I probably take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. I take almost 15 pills a day. Those are all supplements. And I'm wondering, that's how I got back to the Jessica O'Donoghue. She was saying she was taking so much stuff that she thought, Lord, I just need to stop taking everything to figure out what's really going to work. Have I overloaded my body with this? You say magnesium, taking more magnesium than anybody I know, especially when I was on keto, because you kind of get a little constipated, right? And I don't want to be that. And so when you do the GLP-1s, they are constipational. That's not my life, right? So I've been taking all this stuff, but is all of this stuff bothering the process, the procedure? What do I do? Do I stop everything and start over? It's not recommended for me to do keto at this stage of the game, in the menopause, perimenopause, postmenopausal, all the things. Womaness pill from Target. Let me sleep. Okay, I'll look for something. I know we have melatonin. Melatonin makes sister have bad dreams, so I've never taken that. Again, I just am very careful and cautious about what I take at night. I do have the vitamin D3 K2. That was another pill that I was taking. I've been taking so much pills and it's all supplements. It's nothing for my health except one little blood pressure pill. Everything else is a supplement. Our black cohosh, ashwagandha. Black cohosh was for the hot flashes. Ashwagandha was for the sleep. There's a magnesium citrate so I can have good gut health. And then I just started taking the glucosamine chondroitin with the turmeric. You name it, I'm taking it. And so that's just kind of where I am. I am on the journey. I do hope that you follow, because I'll share what I can. I do hope that you follow. And if this is not your jam, if you're just not here for it, that's fine. I get that. Just watch the budget videos, watch the grocery hauls, watch the thrift store, whatever you want to watch, just watch that. But I do plan to share a little bit because I think we all need community, right? We need somebody to kind of commiserate with us. I'm going through the same thing, girl, and I don't know how you making it through. I'm learning from all kinds of people. Like I said, I was watching this person. They were talking about an issue I was having. I was watching this person. They were talking about an issue I was having over here. So it's all of the things. And I really see B6, B12, vitamin C. I've been taking emergency every day, which is a vitamin C that you drink. I've been taking that every day just because I started doing the book study, Becoming the Woman I Want to Be. So all the things, y'all, I'm doing all of the things. and how much of it really is working. That becomes the issue. That becomes that's my it's my everyday battle. It's my everyday battle. But I'm here for it, right? I did gain the weight back. I do understand that, and I am going to do my due diligence to get the weight back off so that I am healthy. And when my doctor and I think I'm healthy enough to not take the medication anymore, that is if it does not do me bad. Like I said, I do not take anything for anxiety, but like I was saying probably before you popped on, when I was taking the Contrave, there was bupropion that was a part of that, as a part of that weight loss pill itself. But I don't have anxiety. I don't feel anxious about anything. I just am fat, and I don't know how to not be fat. I don't have problems. My kids are great. My love life is great. I love the Lord. We good. I think I have pretty good relationships with people. I don't have anxiety. I do have a little bit of empty nested syndrome, although my kids are still at home. I'm kind of preparing myself for that, for them to leave. But I don't take anything to answer your question. But again, that would be pill number 16. And it's a lot of pills every day. It's a lot of expense when you're paying for all that stuff, because it's not covered on my flexible spending. So hopefully, prayerfully, we will find the answer. Prayerfully, we will find the answer. I am here for it. I'm giving it my best. All Alana was telling me this morning, she said, Mom, you've dug in, you've done it. And I have. There are moments, again, like I said, Thursday's a brunch for Jackson. I will not eat on plan for brunch. I will eat on plan after brunch. Saturday's a brunch for Jackson. I won't eat on plan for brunch, but I'll eat on plan after brunch. And I don't go out and just eat randomly, because I don't technically, first of all, have the money for that. And I just don't want to do any of that as it is. But anywho, y'all, I've been on here long enough. I got to go out here to make sure that we were working on a project before I came live. The kids and I were doing some stuff. We've got videos. I've got videos coming out. And let me say this, I'm doing a budget video on Monday. And my budget, my YouTube earnings are trending up. So thank you all so much for watching the videos, for liking, for sharing, for all the things that you do. My earnings for this month have trended up. I'm well above what I was last month. And so I'm thankful for that. That will help me. And I'm not doing any either. I'm not losing inches or weight. But my body has recomped, but I can now see where I have handles that I didn't have before. And when I was in body recomposition, I didn't have all of that. And so and when I'm working out as hard as I am, that rubbing and carrying on is just a lot more than I want to be dealing with. But anyway, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing with the help of my doctors. I have several. One gynecologist, my regular internal medicine doctor, she's helping me out. So we're gonna get there together. I do hope you join me for the journey. And again, like I said, if it's not your jam, you just do something else. Just watch what you like over here on this channel. But anywho, there it is, you guys. I do want to thank y'all so much for stopping by. Like the video, right? That helps us. Share, subscribe, do all the things. Let me know what you're doing. Hey, it might work for me. Keep me in your prayers that the Lord will give me supernatural insight on what to do and how to do it, so that my body would be a temple for Him. Anywho, got to go check on the kids now, like they need me. But I got to go check on the kids. Love you guys.